Hopefully you've all been following along with this Gina Carano story against Disney, because it's very, very important to see what's going on here. She's up against Disney, a huge conglomerate, against trying to be, or attempted to, canceling her. They tried to cancel her. They fired her for asinine reasons, for them misinterpreting something that she posted on social media. And then they sat there and allowed other cast members, other people that were under their umbrella, to do worse things, and they weren't held accountable or held to the same standard. It was very, very ridiculous what has happened, and she is in the middle of a lawsuit with them, and it seems like it's probably going to go her way, which is phenomenal. But in an interview recently, over on the Sean Ryan show on YouTube, she said some very interesting things that showed that she kind of fell in, I won't say fell, but found her faith through this entire ordeal. And I don't know if she had any strong religious beliefs prior to this, but it's interesting to see how God works and how God can find a way to reach people in certain situations. And the way she talks about Hollywood and how there are people within Hollywood and how they treat themselves and treat how they have become it's crazy to me that there are so many people in this world. You take a look at someone like Mark Hamill, how so many people sit there and they just look at him right now like he is this amazing human being, but you see how he treats his fans. And then there's other people who, as she says, act as they are gods and believe that they are gods. Let's take a look here. And this is over on SlavsFreeTalk.com, so you can go read this whole article here, or you can go to the Sean Ryan show, which is linked over here as well, to hear the whole interview. But she goes, first reported by Jack Dunn on the Fandom Pulse, Carano expressed her concerns with the influence of globalists, stating Satan's made these globalists believe that they can play God and that they are their own gods. And it's just horrible, ugly thing that they are using, and they will use until they, end the end. When asked about the relevance of satanic rituals in Hollywood, she shared her observations, saying, just from watching and being spiritually aware, I guess so many of these actors that do so well, it's like, I am my own God. They have everything together. They have the wife, they have the kids, they don't drink alcohol, they're in shape and all this, but they believe they are their own God. And that is so scary in today's world. There's one God. There's one God. And it's not us. We are not God. And it's scary, and it's unfortunate that people believe this, specifically in Hollywood. But you get this false sense of security and belief when you are raised up like you are, and you get all of this glory and this, fame. Regarding whether these actors openly express a belief, Carano replied, yeah, a lot of people say that they're their own God, and it's a scary thing, because I feel that's almost a harder wall to break down than maybe drugs or alcohol or sex or something that's more obvious. Is that when you believe that you're your own God, that doesn't leave room for the real God? Absolutely. That absolutely does not leave room for God. That's scary. She then reflected on her spiritual growth, noting, I have not always been this spiritual, but her experiences with Disney led her to explore her faith deeper. This journey included reading scripture, particularly Psalms. Every morning I'd read a chapter in Psalms, and I also read this book called A Silver Refined. And the book was basically saying it's not going to be easy, but you'll get through it, and it will be worth it, and you'll be refined. And that's just a beautiful thing. It really is a beautiful thing to see somebody going through such a difficult time, being able to find her faith and becoming stronger and having a stronger relationship with God after all of this. And that, again, is such a beautiful thing to see. And it's crazy to see what happened to her and that it took this. But I keep saying that we are seeing right now in our world, in this country specifically, a battle of good and evil, a battle of God versus the devil. And you are seeing that. And Disney in a way is the devil. We are seeing what they are doing to people, and God is using Gina Carano right now in a way to fight and battle the devil. She says later in the interview that she recounted her experience with social media backlash, stating, "I found myself drawing my line. And the more I drew my line and held on to God, the more I realized, okay, all right, I do not worship your business." Speaking about Disney, I do not worship your business. And I have this in an email, which is why I don't mind if my emails come out. I said, I do not worship your business. And that's the thing with Hollywood. These Hollywood elites worship their business, the Hollywood. They do this in, Cat Williams was on, who was it? I don't remember, Shannon Sharp maybe he was talking with, and really spilled the beans on all of this going on in Hollywood, that there's this ritual that black men have to go through, or these Hollywood, wannabes have to go through to get this fame. You have to worship the ground you are going to walk on to get this fame. Some do it, some don't. And Gina Carano, finding her faith in God and love in God and her relationship with God, made her realize that she will not bow down and worship that business, worship Disney. And I give her so much credit for that. And this is the example that we need to really put out there. This is a story that needs to get out there and people need to see. It's a beautiful thing. And I think that's why I'm talking about this. This is why I'm making a video about it, because I want more people to see it. And I hope you all share this around, because it is important. But let me know what you think. Do you think this is an important thing? Do you want people to hear this? Because it is. It is a very important thing. Gina Carano is going through a tough time, but her faith, her love, her relationship with God is getting her through this, and it's a beautiful thing to see. It is a very beautiful thing to see. We're in a spiritual warfare right now, and she's in the forefront of it, and we need to get behind her and support her. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know what you think. With all that said, I'll catch you all later.